Hello everyone, Dave Fernicola, the inspector, back with you for another TRC video. And it's Easter Monday. Happy one to you all. What are we going to use today? Well, we're going to use Zingariman, Signore, and Fatima Storto Slant coming right up. Okay guys, thanks for joining me today. Happy and sad, it's Easter Monday. I took the day off, but I got up, turned on the TV, and saw that the Pope had passed away, and that's a sad thing. But number of days, 4 or 5 days ago, I had my eye on the Zingariman, Il Signore, meaning the Lord. And I didn't have any idea of planning anything, unaware of the timing and all, but I got this morning and I figured this is an appropriate time to use this, okay? And this is Sicilian lemon, fir and ambergris, okay? And it comes together quite beautifully. It's just, it's a nice, smooth blend, should I say. And for the razor, the fat tipless Storto. A lot of these products I've gotten on the razor company site. I have that in my razor company unbreakable lather bowl. I decided to go with the color. That's a bright type of thing. With the razor company scoop that came, I ordered with the soap. This is really nice for what, $5-6. A nice little accessory item. I'm going with the Omega. An Italian flag. All right, the Boar, and we'll use that. That's soaking, and I have, what kind of blade I have? I got from the razor company too a little while ago. It's a Rise. It's called Rise Classic, and first use in here. We'll see how that does. I quite liked it the first. I used one or two of them for about 4 or 5 shaves, and they were very nice, very smooth. So we'll see how it operates in this slant here. Okay. In case you don't, I'll go into while we're shaving, we'll do a shave and chat sort of thing. And we'll see how it goes, all right? This is first time in about 6 months. I plan to do a lot more of these, so just stay tuned. You'll see me and a lot of other guys on the channel giving you hopefully really good instructive material, things that you may not know, maybe some you will, but anyhow, we washed out the face really well. We're just gonna wet it again, all right? And then do the lather, do the shave, and get talking. Maybe not too much talking. Let's see, I'm gonna dry everything out here. Have my towel. After the shave, it's always, there's cucumber mist with my razor company continuous sprayer. Excellent. Okay. It's soaking the brush. Gently squeeze, do not pull. All right, has decent loft on here. We're just gonna work like I do, how to lather. Work it into a paste with a damp brush, no matter if it's a badger, boar, horsehair, it doesn't matter. This is the way I always do it. Of course, you don't have to soak synthetic. I give it a quick soak with hot water and then squeeze it out, shake it, and then do like I normally do, like I'm doing now. All right, so now you can see it's a pretty soft soap. Not too soft, but decently, and it's all off the bowl. and then into the brush. Now I could dip it into my water that I have here with my brush soak. I'm just gonna dip the tips lightly. I don't want to oversaturate it. Doing a little bit at a time works the best for me. Over the years, I've been wet shaving like this for 11 years now, April 2014. So, decent amount of experience. And so, little by little, I'm just building the lather. I'm not mashing. Don't mash your knots, guys. Just swirl it. You can splay a little bit, but no need to mash. It's not gonna. I ruined my first wet shaving brush that way. It was like a badger, pure badger, and I ruined it because I pressed down, and you don't need to do that, okay? You don't need to do it. So, all right, you work it for about a minute, minute and a half. We'll see how it goes on the face. If we need a touch more water, that's okay. Basic thing is we didn't oversaturate it to begin with, because then you'd have to add more product unnecessarily. And so we'll see how this goes. Now, if I'm doing a shavette shave, I'm gonna hydrate this a little more than what I have it here. As you can see, there's water in the brush because it's coming out. So I'm gonna work it in my tough area, splay it out a little bit. And once I get it on my face, now I'm gonna work it all the way around. Don't spend a lot of time lathering. Decent amount of time prepping with hot water. And I can see there's still water coming out of my brush, but that's okay. It's going right onto my face, some of it. So if you guys want it a little thinner, I'm gonna add a touch more water. Just a couple of drops, just the tips. You don't dunk it all the way in because you can oversaturate. All right, so I'm gonna clear my mouth here. I'm gonna dry my hands, and I'm gonna wet with hot water on the blade so it warms up before I start shaving first grain with the pass. Always, you can leave this on a couple of minutes, get your beard nice and saturated is a good idea. The Storto it's a slant, but you see, this is the closed comb. All right, it's a hollow handle. It wasn't that aggressive. I have the open comb too, which is a little bit more aggressive, but not by too much. All right, so we'll heat up the blade. I think these are around give or take $1 or $2 here or there, about $40, $35, $40 if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I bought it, but all right, here we go. First pass with the grain. I did my head already. So yeah, I had the day off today, so all right, very smooth. Both the blade and the razor's working really well. This is not that aggressive at all, because if you can see that blade, there's hardly any gap. A little bit blade exposure, but not much on the gap, and it gives me a nice smooth shave. That's what you want. Other side, very gentle pressure, almost nothing. I'm just gonna drag it side of my face, rinsing it in hot water, not in soapy, because I want to keep this razor clean. I don't want to be washing razors unnecessarily. Okay, I'd rather be doing stuff with you guys doing this. If I don't have to do that, I don't want to. Some guys do two sides. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. All right. So Nice and easy. Very smooth. Very nice. Nice blade and razor. Okay, this is a good pairing for me. Haven't used the combination razor blade and razor before. Guys, don't get mixed up. Inside the razor is a razor blade. This is a razor. You'd be surprised. So, some of you know me from my other channel, The Inspector's Den. And my philosophy, I try to keep it simple. I try to let the products be the star, not me. I'm just presenting it to you. You know, none of us are the wheel. We're a very small cog in a wheel, and our commitment is for you guys to present products to you that you may like. And if you want, you get, but no pressure. But learning techniques, learning the different types of products out there so you're an informed consumer. And I'm just here when I do my chin on a double edge. I just go straight down. Following the contour of my chin. Now for me, it's a little, not too bad, but you know, I have a cleft, so Italian cleft, so that's really not big of a deal. It's more of a deal when I use a shavette to get in there. Then it's a little bit more delicate. All right, we'll do the mustache. And right up, some guys say, well, this certain razor I have trouble getting under my nose. Well, just use the edge of the blade, guys, because the whole blade cuts. So right on the edge and then straight down with it. All right? Rather than the whole thing right at once. If it's a little higher, you know, big cap, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but you work around that. So once you understand that, there's an easy workaround. That's what I'm here for. I'll do the same thing here on the other side. Just use the edge to get up. And then the rest comes straight down. I come a little bit across the side because it grows that way a little bit. And special attention to right up my upper lip because it grows all different ways. So I'm going to come down with it at first, and then I'll do a little cross grain type of deal each way at the same time. Soap is excellent, plenty of slickness. Heather makes a great soap. This is my second one. I got the Magician. Remember a couple of weeks back. Love that, nice and green. This is like a little floral citrusy thing going on. And it's very nice, I gotta say. All right. We'll rinse, and that was a hell of a first pass. Now, a lot of guys, I have decent amount of slant razors, and it's more, yes, it's a little bit more efficient because it's slightly angled, has that guillotine cut to it. So yeah, I don't think it's just a gimmick. Yeah, I think it helps somewhat, definitely. All right, second pass, we'll lather up again. All right. I'm gonna add some water. Whenever you see the lather may not be what you want, add a tiny bit of water, a couple of drops at a time, or dunk your tips in the water, and it really, because you have enough, way much. You saw what I have in the bowl, plenty. So just agitating it in the bristles and getting it on your face with a little bit of water will revive the whole thing. All right? Well, I hope you remember this stuff. I do repeat a lot of it because I think it's important. These are just little tips. Most of them are guidelines, but when it comes to your shave, you got to do it the way you want it and the way what works for you. If it's working, hey, you're doing well. All right. We'll heat the blade. We'll go against the grain. I don't do a cross per se because it just doesn't really do me any good except for here where it grows a little out like that. So, and yeah, people say, oh, the slants are aggressive. Not all slants are aggressive, guys. You have to look at how the razor, not only blade gap, blade exposure, but the angle of attack on a blade. Now, what do I mean by that? Take an R41, one of the most aggressive razors you can buy. Well, part of that reason, which a lot of people don't realize, there's that cap, top cap is flat. Okay, and the blade comes out almost perpendicular. It doesn't bend down like this one does. The top cap pushes it down, so the blade is curving down. It's going to give you a more gentle shave. If it's coming straight out, you're getting blade exposure big time, okay? Because that blade is sticking out, and underneath it, all right, you'll see if you do an R41, there's some space between, the blade and the bar, and that's why it's one reason why it's so aggressive. For me, even for me. Some people love it, and on a multi-growth beard, heavy especially, yeah, it works well. You got to be careful, and because that thing will seriously bite if you're not, you can't whip it around. Some razors are okay, you can, but So I'm just going to go straight up here on the side. This is pretty much this area from my face. On this side is straight ahead, straightforward, no problem. All right, just a glide. This has an excellent slickness to it. It's just a standout for sure. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I'm impressed with these her soaps. For me, it's could be top 5 easy. All right, we're gonna do here, go up. All right, just laying the razor on my face and letting it go. I believe this is chrome over brass. All right, not as heavy as stainless steel, I don't think, but it's substantial even though its size is small. We're gonna go across here. That's where I tell you that's against the grain right there for me. And then the rest goes just straight up. And I can go over my face because of the slickness real lightly, also because I'm not really prone to irritation as much as some other guys. So know your face, know the grain. These are important things. Here we go. I'm going to start buffing. Here, I don't sweep. I buff. Chin. All right, I'm going to come across here because it goes out like that. And then after I do that, don't hear anything, then I'm going to come straight up. And then I start hearing the cutting whiskers. So listen to your razor, what it's telling you. All right, very important. Don't shave blindly, guys. All right, so I'm just buffing here. Underneath my chin is my sensitive, really sensitive area. So conscious of that, conscious of it, I'm gonna come across here to get the sides, get the hair growing that way, just like the other side. And then once I got that, I'm gonna add some more lather. Why not? You have it, use it. All right. Rinse the blade, get it hot again, nice and warm, buff, straight up, knowing my face. All right, I'm going to do that lightly until I hear no more feedback. Now you can hear it. If you're shaving, you can feel it, most cases. Underneath the chin, keeping in mind that cleft. Getting that nice, all right. All right, I'm gonna go under here, just sweep it a little bit, a little buff, to cover any hairs that are growing in a little odd direction. All right, perfect. No cuts, no weepers so far. All right, we're doing good. Almost 22 minutes. I'm going to do up here. The same way. Get that edge. Lightly buff. Until I don't hear any more whiskers being cut. Lightly. Don't overshave, guys. And don't press. Getting on the bottom. Getting those hairs that grow every which way. Nice. Very nice. All right, that side is done. We'll hit the other side. All right. Hit that edge like that. And then we'll come across here a little bit because they grow out a little bit like that. And then we'll just get the rest of that 5% stubble. I'm stretching my skin like that. What does that do? Exposes the beard and flattens out your skin so you get a closer shave. You don't have to go nuts, but that's plenty doing that way, I think, for a DE. All right, look at that. Hey, all right, we'll rinse the razor. We'll rinse. And I gotta say, guys, on a feel around, all right, if you do feel any little stubble, you just lightly go across like that, and that should do it pretty much. All right, if you need to go up, you can do that tiny bit, but you always have lather. So if your face can't take it, don't do it, okay? Don't do it if your face can't take it. All right. And tell it's really slick because I'm rinsing and I'm rinsing, and it's hard to get that slickness off. That's when you know you have a slick soap or a cream, whatever. All right, we'll go to the towel. I'm gonna pat dry, clean, dry towel. Get in the ears. I know I make a mess. Let's feel around, and the results, guys, are just flawless. Just follow simple steps. Get to know your face, and you're mostly on your way. All right, we'll take some Thayers. We'll spray her down. That's nice. Okay. A tiny bit tingling, but that's what I expect, because that shows you this is working. It's soothing your skin, and that's the way to go. If you don't do anything, guys, I would highly suggest using some Thayers. If you have any weepers, you can use an alum block or a styptic, and make sure you rub it in, let it set, stops bleeding, rinse it off dry, apply your witch hazel. Okay, before we do the final post, Il Signore, the Lord, very good. Zingariman, excellent. Fatima, Storto, closed comb with the Rise classic blade, and first use. And this is a closed comb slant razor, and use my little scooper, Razor Company's soap scooper, Omega Italian flag boar brush. Excellent. I love Omega boar brushes. And of course our Razor Company unbreakable lather bowl. Look at that. Nice. All right. So this is drying down a tad, but I'm gonna pat it dry. Good. All right, it's the afternoon. I'm gonna get something light on my face. Some people do balm first and then aftershave. I'll do aftershave. I do aftershave and then balm. Okay, that's just me. You can do it any way you want. Clubman, Pinot, Lime Sec. Light scented, but it doesn't last too long, but it's a wonderful lime scent, keeping with that tradition of citrus, which I love, especially now that the weather's getting warmer. All right, rinse my hand a little bit, and what are we gonna do for a balm? How about we'll go with one of my favorites, Ben's coming last number of months, is Lather Aftershave Lotion Fresh AF. We'll use that. This is not the Razor Company, but this is excellent stuff. This is very light but effective. I'm gonna rub it in here. Let that absorb, putting back some moisture, because when you shave, you're stripping your face of oils, guys, and this helps calm the face. It puts moisture back in, and if you had a little bit of a rough shave, a good balm will go a long way in healing you up, all right, calming your face and all that stuff. All right. There we have it. We covered everything. Tremendous shave. Looking forward to seeing you guys more often here, no doubt. I have a lot of stuff to get at, so I'll be trying different things, new stuff, and you'll see how it goes. And yeah, and hope you enjoyed this. And on behalf of TRC, the Razor Company, and all the great folks there, Jason, Carlos, the list goes on. Thank you very much for the opportunity to bring this to you. And until next time, I'm the Inspector Dave Fernicola. Have a great week, guys. Bye.